Nowadays, if you have not said, I love you, I adore you, I miss you, and so on, 20 times a day to your spouse, the new generation, they'll think you don't love them, no matter what. Did you hear what I said? Write it down, please. Sending messages, we are professionals, we are on our phones all the time. You know, I read an article this morning saying, one man was saying, I used to wonder what Allah means when He says you need to sit with total concentration in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or ponder over the verses of Allah with total concentration, until I saw people sitting with the mobile phone. Now I know what it means. They talk to you, you can't hear them. Hello? How are you? Yeah. Everything is okay? Yeah. Are you stupid? Yeah. And so on. They don't even know what's happening around them. They're not concentrating, it's only on the phone. And we're sending messages, the heart. You know, I've spoken about it in the past. WhatsApp has done you a favor. It actually starts pumping. Before it wasn't even pumping. And we're sending those hearts every day. Kisses and hearts and blushing faces and love yous and everything else, subhanallah. But to the wrong number. Wrong number. May Allah forgive us. Send it to the right number and your wife will be shocked. Your husband will be, are you sure? Are you sure it's the right person? Wow, amazing. This is how you build your home. You need to show this relationship. Work on it without working hard on a relationship. It's not going to just happen, no more. There is a lot of pressure out there from various angles to break your home. You need to work on it, work hard. Another thing is trust. Learn to trust one another. But it's not good enough to say, trust me, trust me. Do not give reason to your spouse to be mistrusted. That's also important. We always talk about trust. The men say, talk to the women. Tell them they need to trust us. And I say, but men, I think those who know my style of answering, I normally, but listen guys, why do you give them reason to mistrust you? Why? So let's get back to my story. So I saw these people sitting there, right? And I decided, let me take a paper and write on a note, I love you, I miss you, I'm leaving, I'll call you later today, etc. Tore it and I put it under her pillow. And I went away. I was gone. There was no other way of doing things. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. She sends me a message later, talking of my own family. And she tells me, that was the best thing that has happened in a long time. For me, it didn't really. I just did it because of the circumstance. Note, subhanallah. I meant it. It's not like I didn't mean it. But, subhanallah. But what I mean is something I probably thought was this. I didn't realize the impact it would have in my own handwriting, with a little squiggle at the back, looking like a signature, meaning at the bottom. And I just said 2 or 3 sentences, and the impact it had. And when I went home, I saw the paper, and now that was, you know, it was the center of a romantic relationship, you know. So I took the paper, and I squashed it, thinking I'll throw it in the bin, and you know, hey, leave it, leave it. I said, like, what? It became an artifact of history, I promise you. I think it can be put up to shown to the generations, you know, Dad, that's what he wrote for Mom. Wow. Anyway, we ended up disposing of it because I said, no, if I leave it there, I might not write it again. If I don't, I'll end up writing it more and more and more. Subhanallah. You know, men always get their way somehow. I don't know. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. But the reality, the reason I mention this is because what we take for granted, our spouses might never have thought it would come from us. We take it for granted. Work on your marriages. I promise you, you can. And there is another problem that we have. You marry a model, subhanallah, she cannot remain a model forever, subhanallah. She will not. She has to become a mother at some stage. You have to appreciate, you have to say, people say, you are now too fat. And then in some countries, you are too thin. I mean, what's going on? They say, not enough meat. And some people say, too much meat. Now, what's going on? Make up your minds, guys. What do you want? May Allah forgive us once again.